Hello, today I'll be doing my reflection for my other portfolio. So, from building my portfolio and doing my projects, I was able to learn many things. One of the first things I was able to learn and notice when doing my portfolio was that I should embrace every moment of my life. When I was doing the lab steps 1, 2, and 3, I learned that by taking pictures for evidence, I wasn't just getting the evidence, but I also learned that it was useful to keep memories and remember what I did so I could go back to it in the future. Secondly, I learned that the first types of computers took up a lot of space. They were really big and it was like refrigerator size, I think, and they took up a lot of space. Um, they were also highly expensive and they could run math equations, but it took them a good while. So it was kind of like hard to get them to do their own thing within the desired time. After this, I also learned that computers and technology have started to get smaller and smaller. For example, our phones, they're pretty small. Um, the chips, the software, all of the things that are inside the phones and computers that process the data and stuff, it's all actually pretty small. They all work together, but they're pretty small. And it's also been becoming a little bit more affordable for some things. Uh, I think I think that this was during uh, the tour, during the field trip, or somewhere around there. But the technology for our phones has gotten so small that people had to use magnifying glass to see the like chip and the um the items that process all of the information. In addition to this, in addition to this, scientists are also trying to figure out like more modern, newer ways and perhaps even a new type of technology advancement in order to be able to process all of the ones and zeros that we use every day. For example, like our phones, when we send a message, inside of that message, there's a bunch of ones and zeros that make up the letters, the emojis, and that all needs to get processed. So these things that are inside our phones are getting so small that we may have to create a new type of technology so that it can actually work and function within a good amount of time. Lastly, I was also able to learn how to use block coding, how to use microbits. I was able to learn how to put a lot of um, block codes together in order to make the microbit do more than just one thing. For example, say hi and then light up, and then after that's done, do something else. I could also make it so that a microbits could work together with other microbits. For example, one microbit sends a message to the other, and the other one receives it, and it could send a message back or react to the message that it received. I believe that other classmates and other students can grow and learn from my portfolio as well as projects because it can inspire them to dig deeper into how far we've come from the creation of the first computer and the first phones, all that stuff. And perhaps they could be the ones to solve the problem of having to process so many ones and zeros within a fast amount of time as we move forward and we keep going on. Students and classmates can also learn from my project that it's okay to take their time to take in all of the beautiful technological things that we have available to us. It's a really big blessing. And furthermore, they can also be grateful for the memories they've created with the people around them. It's sometimes you just gotta look back and reflect on all of the things that you've learned, how far you've gone in life. Lastly, students and classmates can also learn how to use microbits, or it could show them that coding with microbits is a really good way to get introduced to coding. Not just that, but it's also a good way to get introduced into the emerging technology in our world, because that's how I basically started, and I think that it was a pretty good way to start. And these are my 5 minutes. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you so much.